make it mine. You know what I mean?
Right.
But still give y'all the glimpses of the sounds and the shit that we love.
Fucking dope, man. HHGTV, man. We got another high level guest, another high level artist. We got my man, super producer, I should say now. My man Syer.
Salute. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
I'm good, man. I appreciate you having me here, man.
This is you being here.
Salute, man.
Man. So, man, let everybody know who Syer is.
Yo, I mean, we was talking before this, man. I'm a father, husband, and just a dude that's trying to make dope music for people, man. And just somebody who is trying to create a sound for us to enjoy, and like I was telling you, tap in like the youth to bring them into the sound making it modern today, but trying to tap in our sound. So I'm just a dude who's just trying to make good music for everybody to enjoy. You know what I mean? Right. And you kind of hear that in the project. Definitely
gonna get to classic material. Before we get into early influences and things of that nature, I always ask guests they early influences. I want to know, man. You guys said you want to, you tapping into a certain kind of sound. So we know on this sound and this scene and where we at, it's a lot of people that are killing shit, and kind of people solidify the name for their cause, right? How would you say like you are different from these guys that are doing things on that level?
All the guys that we were speaking about earlier, bro, I've looked up to, I've worked with, spoke with. I never wanted to be like them, though. All due respect, because these niggas. But we always want to create our own lane. So I feel that I'm bringing in a lot of like the jazz influence, a movement. I go to a lot of shows, and I love our shows. I love to just see everybody in there. But there'll be the moments where a lot of the beats are just real straightforward. And sure, they're talking to you. That's what we need. I wanted to bring a little bit more of a performance aspect to the music now. That's why a lot of it, like, some of the shit got like a bop to it.
Right.
But I didn't want to overdo it while like hitting y'all with like 808s. I wanted to still give us like a familiar sound, but give us like the performance. Like a lot of these records and a lot of the dudes that I work with, a lot of them, they walk away like, yo, I can't wait to perform this. Yo, I can't wait to perform this.
Wow.
I want to bring that energy to this, to the music, but still keep that sound that we love. Like I was telling you, I love that 96 is when I really started listening and tapping into hip hop. I was listening to it before, of course, but that's when I really started understanding. I was looking around outside and, they talking about that. They doing this. I heard him saying, you know what I mean? So I started understanding it, and I grew up, all through high school, to the late 2000s. That was a sound that I love. So I want to recapture that, but bring that today. Bring that sound, that shit that we love, but just we could go out and perform. Shit's hitting, niggas can move to it, you know what I mean? But I also have this shit where, we could just talk. That's why I was dope to link with them, because these are dudes that they're going to talk.
Absolutely.
They both throughout the whole album. Shout out to 100 Grand Royce and Red Inf.
Yes. Before we
I don't want to go too crazy. My fault.
Nah, you good, bro. Yeah. I mean, the album spoke for it. It's just it did what it was supposed to do. But I had to ask you that because there's like such a everyone in our scene, production wise, is fucking killing. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
And I definitely I always want to know like, yo, how do people kind of stand out? Because it's like a fucking sea of people to like just look at me like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like from Spanish Rans to the Wavies to the Streeters to so on and so on. You know what I mean? Future Wave and everybody. So it's like, yo, how the fuck do we, you know what I mean? I like, everyone has their own unique thing going on.
And that's what's so dope about it. You know what I mean? Like even down to like V-Dons, you know what I mean? You could, you know what I mean? Like I had the pleasure of meeting V-Don, bro, and it's just like, when you hear V-Don, you could think of what his beats sound like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you think of Spanish Rain, you know what his beats sound like. And again, this is all due respect. I'm not trying to disrespect whatsoever. You know what you're getting with them. You know what I mean? And everybody I fuck with their sound. It's what's shaping our culture today. I wanted to just stand out. I wanted to be like, all right. I didn't want to be like, yo, he sound like Spanish Rain. He sound like them. I wanted to just stand out, but at least give us the familiar parts. Right. So when you hear me, you're gonna hear something that like Wavy's drum pad, or like how dusty and dirty sometimes his shit be sounding. I'll do that on mine, but I don't want to just sound like him. We come from the age of, yo, I don't want to bite. Pause. Right. You know what I mean? I don't want to sound like this dude. Right. Again, it's all because they're doing your thing, but I want to just sound different. And that was my influence with this whole project. Like us even sitting down and every record, bro, we was, all right, what we doing next? Right. All right, what I think would sound good. All right, this. Something that could move. You know what I mean? I wanted niggas to put the album on and find recreate a moment. Like we spoke about that summertime in New York feeling.
It gave me that.
Yeah, bro.
It gave me that feeling,
I want to bring in. I love strings. I love jazz. I remember early, I didn't understand why so many producers were messing with jazz records until I really started sitting and listening. I'm like, oh my God, y'all could flip this 10 different ways because jazz was organized confusion. Right. But it sounded amazing because, all right, they had the bass doing this, but the piano doing this, they doing that. Yo, you could take so much from it. And it's our music. Right. It's our music. I'm just bringing our music, all of us. We're bringing our music from back then and bringing it to us today.
That's so dope, bro.
Yeah, bro.
How did we get here? Like, how did Syer get to this point of like, yo, I want to produce?
I was rapping at a young age. Like, I was rapping in high school. But around that time, like, I didn't want to just, this was the mixtape days. So niggas was just hopping on whatever beat was hot and all that. I'm like, I want to get beats myself. But I got kids, I got responsibilities. I couldn't go and spend money to go buy beats. But I didn't even think about like, yo, I've been making beats forever. MTV Music Generator. You remember that?
Oh, yes, I do.
Bro, I was making beats on that, just messing around. Wow. Oh, we about to go play ball. All right, let me finish this real quick. You know what I mean? Save it. I remember we found a way to export it off of there and all that over time. Wow. So one day.
Get back with that one.
Yeah. So one day my brother was just like, yo, I downloaded some shit called like FL Studio, man. You can mess around with it. And I just remember every day I was just like, I'm going to learn this. I'm going to learn this. Because I wanted to create original music. So I started creating my own music. I had a whole group of people. I was moving around. I opened up for Chinks, rest in peace. I opened up for Fred, rest in peace. You know what I mean? I was moving around, but it gets to be a lot because now people are hearing me. Who's doing the beats? I'm doing it. Y'all need beats. So now I'm overdoing it. You know what I mean? I'm trying to rap. I'm doing everything myself, engineering. Luckily, I had a lot of dope people in my corner. Shout out to like Streezy, my guy J Omega and all that. So I learned a lot. So I was doing everything myself, and I kind of just got burnt out. Wow. And I was like, y'all, my last album, I put it out. It was dope. It was received well. And I was just like, yeah, I'm done. Yeah. Because I was, at that time, I got a placement with Ransom. I started working with like cinematic music. I was getting, things were starting to roll in. So I was just like, yo, you know what? Let me see what this does. And I started meeting a lot of people. I just started moving. Yo, I love you. Sometimes signs I'm big on signs. Not saying I wasn't nice as a rapper or none of that. I was nice at writing, all of that. But when you start realizing, yo, but this is moving. Yeah. And I think a lot of people I started speaking to, they're like, yo, you got a sound that like I love. And so once I stopped rapping, I miss it. I won't lie. And like niggas always just be like, yo, bro, just shout out to Def. This nigga had me in the booth for a hook. You know what I mean? One taking it and all of that shit. You know what I mean? Because I was nice with it, but I don't. There's so many dudes that are nice today that I don't even want to try to. For me to try to step back out, yo, I rap too. Nah, I'm gonna just do this. With a lot of these dudes are. that's why I rock with these dudes. I keep going back to them because that's how I was. I was big on the sprinkling the medicine and the candy when they rapping. And that's how they are.
Let's get into that.
And now we here.
Classic material.
Yes, sir.
August it dropped this last month. You delivered a high level project.
I appreciate you, bro.
With 2 artists, Red and 100 Grand Royce. Shout out to both them brothers. They delivered. It was like the perfect piece with all 3 of y'all.
Yeah.
It came together so well. Why did you feel like, yo, I needed to get these 2 artists in particular?
Is exactly what I just said. I was a fan of both of them. So they are both good at rapping. Like, they are phenomenal. And I noticed they both would sprinkle in the medicine with the candy, but they both had a different delivery. So Hundo is a lot of like the performance, and he's saying shit in there, and then he'll sprinkle in about ownership and the importance of saving your money. He'll do all of that while talking his shit.
Word.
Red, what I love about him is it's kind of like he's doing this to you, or he's talking right to you, but he's rapping. But again, he's gonna sprinkle in that medicine. Yo, you're gonna learn about. So I was just like, yo, why not? Even the beat, I named the beat that Project Lobby music. I was just like, yo, just imagine, like, yo, remember we was down here and yo, y'all grew listening to y'all. Remember, I went in there just for one record. I was like, listening to y'all started running around doing X, Y, and Z, but now look at y'all. So why not? The direction of the song was, why not speak about, yo, I was doing this, and now look at me. Like, even Red was talking about, yo, I was doing this, and towards the end, he was like, I'm cool with being out the way.
Wow.
He goes, yeah, I did all of that. I see y'all doing that. I did it. I'm doing my thing now. I'm out the way. I'm cool with being out the way. And then I'm listening, and again, they didn't know each other's verse. They went in and just, I'm like, yo, they both pretty much nailed it. Like, and it was amazing. Like, once we were done with the first record, bro, we just looked at each other. And Red just looked at me. He goes, yo, you got another beat? I said, yeah, yo. And funny enough, was No Love.
Right.
And he was, no lie, this is why this is one of my favorite records on the album.
I was just about to ask you.
Yeah, this is one of them. Because of this, what happened, I put the beat on, like 15 seconds later, Red just looks at me, he goes, yo, pardon me, Syer? Yo, he goes into the booth. I was just like, goes through his verse. All right, cool. All right, let's do it again just to get it right. Boom. Boom, got it right. Then he's doing his doubles, and he accidentally said the hook. Just at the end, when he was done, he was just like, yeah, ain't no love, all we got is pain. And so I'm looking at him, and he's like, should I stop? I'm dead like this, like, no, just go. Like, as he's recording, and he's freestyling the hook.
The fucking beat on that record, bro.
It brought out a whole different monster. And again, what I love is, again, the friendly competition thing. Royce had to write down the spot.
Wow.
Royce was just like, oh, word. All right, give me some time. We're playing the beat. Again, shout out to my guy, Con Edison. He was just fixing everything up, and Royce was there writing. And then, so I'm just imagine witnessing that.
Right. And I think that's what's so dope, because you got a chance to, y'all was all 3 together.
Yeah.
Creating that. Every
single session we were in there together.
And that right there, like, yo, so you hear like your projects, certain projects, like, oh, I had to send this off, got it back. But like, yo, being the fact that y'all all 3 was in there doing that, amazing. Shout out Red Inf, man, because that hook on Ain't No Love,
yo,
bodied that.
It just happened, bro. And we were like, you want to keep that? I'm like, yes. Are we keeping that? Yes, bro.
That is so official.
And the beautiful thing about just always being in person is, yo, we would have never linked with Luna. That happened by accident.
Wow.
Person that was, shout out to my guy Flo Highbridge. My guy Flo out of Highbridge. He was managing her at the time. Okay. So we were actually recording classic material. But we had the verses, but we didn't have the hook. But Red and I, we came up with like the flow of it. We were like, it's like, all right, we'll figure it out. And Flo was just like, we smoking. He's just like, y'all manage a singer. So we all just like, yo, word? I was just like, yo, bring her through next time. He said, yeah, she's dope. And what was so Luna's amazing. What's so dope about her is when I knew she was coming, it changed the direction of the project. I went and created What Can I Say? When I knew she was coming. I'm like, yo, every classic album has that record that, is joint the ladies would love. But I wanted to create something that still sounded like the rest of the album. Right. You know what I mean? So I went and I joke and say I want to be the hit maker of recreating hood classics.
Fire.
And if you know where that sample comes from in the original record, do you know where it come from?
Nah.
Mos Def.
What's joint about Mos?
It's called The Panties. It's off the second album.
The Panties? How the fuck can I... What?
So I was listening, and I'm just like... No, matter of fact, I was looking for a different sample that I already had that chopped up.
Okay.
I was looking for it, but it was the same artist, and I heard it. I was just like, oh my God, there it is. Wow. So I just started piecing it together, and I love the original record. So I'm like, yo, let's make it today.
Yes.
So Luna came through again. I was like, yo, I want to just try to recreate the record.
Yes.
And again, they were in the studio. Red was over here. Royce was in the corner writing, and we're putting the record together.
How did that feel for you though, man? Because you coming, you being a producer and kind of seeing all of that.
Yeah.
How did that make you feel in that moment you're creating something beautiful here?
I came up watching the backstages, the fade to black. So I would see how producers are in the studio. And me coming from an artist background, I'm all about getting a record done. So it's not about you rock with the beat, all right, go ahead. Oh, you rock with it? All right, so I was thinking I already kind of had a hook. You know what I mean? It's you can start directing the artists. You know what I mean? A lot of them, what happens is when we email beats, our artists will love the beat and not know what to do with it. They'll love it and be like, yeah, I came up with something crazy here. But when you're there, I can be like, yeah, all right, I was thinking like this. Not telling them what to write, but I'm just like, yo, the hook, we could do this. If we could all work together. I've seen what it's like in studios. I've been a fly on the wall and watch other producers work. Yo, producers is work. You could be there's the beat makers and then there's the producers. They make the record work. Right. They make it happen. So I'm all about yo, if you see me, we have footage of it. Yo, 1 minute I'm over here with Royce. All right, yeah, all right, cool. All right, boom, I'll go hop up with Red. All right, boom, I was thinking of this and this. Go talk to Luna. So I'm constantly moving, talking to the engineer. Yo, I want to throw this sample part in here. Yo, I already have it to the tempo here. Just play. You know what I mean? I'm moving I'm working, bro. Right. I'm not just saying, oh, you like the beat? All right.
Got you.
I'm working, bro.
Right.
But what happened is you get records. Records are done. It was so easy for Red and Royce to come together and rap because I was there in the middle. Pause. Just yo, for this record, I was thinking this. Cool. And then they just do the rest.
Right.
The niggas is so nice. I was just yeah, I was thinking about this for the record. Word. All right.
And that makes your job easier, but then also me as a fan. And I think other listeners as well. You can hear that, you can hear that. You can yo, there was some, they was all three together in the studio putting this together. That camaraderie is it's so there, it's there. Your producers, you guys are so instrumental to the glue of how to get this shit going, bro.
I'll be watching people like Spanish Ran when he hops on his lives and all that, and the room just be, yo, is this person, is that person, is that, and that's what happens, yo. You bounce ideas off of each other.
Shout out to my guy Spanish Ran.
Yo,
I was just on his, speaking of his lives, I was just on his live the other day that he did with Aldo, and that shit was incredible. Just watching that go together, you know what I'm saying? That's why I asked you, yo, when y'all two, when y'all was all in there, how did that make you feel? Yo, did you feel like you had something? Yeah. It's yo, you just know, you putting together this beautiful,
from the first session, bro.
Look at that, you know what I'm saying?
We wrapped the whole project in 4 sessions.
Wow.
You know what I mean? But that's just how it was going. These guys are so great. Like I said, all I had to do, bro, I think the whole time we were there, I think I played a total of 8 beats while I was there. We weren't even really shifting through beats. I would sit there and be like, I think they would sound good on this. And that's the job of the producer. You know what I mean? I'm putting together 2 guys that never worked together before, but they have a similar sound, but it's also different. So I got to be that person that's putting it together and all that. You know what I mean? And that's what working with any artist. Like, I've worked with a bunch of dudes, and all of them can say, shout out to my guy Oliver Rothstein down in Philly. I was out there with a session. Same thing. I'm running to this person. There's other producers in the studio. What are you doing with this? I move every time I'm in there. Yo, that's how producers are, bro.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I know you like to do gems. That's a free gem to all the producers out there, bro. Yo, when you're in there, you're working as well. The same way the artist is in there writing and they're working, you're supposed to be working as well, bro.
Wow.
And like you see, I appreciate you for even noticing it. It shows, bro. From all of the guys that you mentioning, when all of these guys work together, even like V-Dawn and like Shice, like I could tell that they was in there together. You know what I mean?
Or even like I said, like, yo, as again, like the listener, like, yo, you just know.
Yeah.
As a fan and just being a listener, like, yo, you just know, like, yo, something is clicking here.
Yo, and like I said in the beginning, I was a fan of both of them. So seeing how it was going, just as a fan, I was just as hyped.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yo, I'm working with 2 dudes that I was just listening to last year.
Wow. And I think that's what just kind of like goes unnoticed, man. I think a lot of people, I mean, you hear it a lot, like a lot of producers are kind of like, you know, they fighting for that respect for certain people, or like, but I mean, Syer, man, like, yo, now you there, like, you dead, like, your name with this project right here. You cannot leave. We're not gonna leave your name out the conversation. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you, bro, because I have a lot more to do.
Yeah. Because
a lot of these guys are like, even that you just mentioned, they legends. These are guys that I've looked up to, and just to be able to work with some of these guys that I'm now working with, like I said, last year I was just listening to some of these guys, bro. So even just having the opportunity, I'm just honored, and just being able to work. I've always told myself, bro, I said, as long as I was given the opportunity, that's all I need. Once give me this. Give me this. I'm gonna take it from there, bro.
Dope shit, bro. What's the rest of 2022 looking like for you, and what can we expect going into next year?
I've definitely got I ain't gonna say no names, but I'm definitely gonna put out a few more singles just to kind of finish the year off. And for like the last 2 years, I've been putting out instrumental projects at the end of the year.
Man, I gotta talk to you about some beats.
Yo, holla at me.
I gotta talk to you about some beats for the show.
The last 2 years, I've just put out projects right before December starts, because I want to give people something to listen to while they're moving around. So the 2 instrument, well, I actually have 3, but I did like a and B side. But I like to tell stories with my music. So the first instrumental project is a story with no words. I tell a story, and I tell people, like, yo, you make whatever you want the story to be, but you listen through, you could tell there's a roller coaster going on
there.
And same with the project I just put out last year. You know, I put out a project that had, you know, high energy to, you know, the grimy shit that we love, and then the side B was all nice, soulful, you know what I mean, jazzy. You know, I give people something that they could like hop on the train and listen to. You could get in the car and listen to. It's not even just it's rap, it's music. I sell it. You know what I mean? The Bandcamp is out there. I mean, of course, it's out there for streaming as well, but that's just something that I put out for the people every year. So I'm going to do that again this year as well. So probably like around Black Friday, I'll start putting the cover. I already have the cover art done for it. You'll start seeing me putting out the cover art for that. And the singles, I would love to have something out in October, something in November, and probably have something to y'all in December. Just 3 singles I already have. I'm going to tell you about this off mic, because it's another Queens nigga. I know you. You know what I mean? And he's a monster, but I'll tell you about it off air. Okay. But yeah, I want to put these singles out, and then I'll definitely circling back with Hundo. And definitely circling back with Red, but individually. We're already in the talks. Is, you know what I mean? Beats already exchanged, ideas already exchanged. We're just gonna take our time because, you know, Red got a project dropping soon. I want to let him do that. You know what I mean? Me and Hundo already locking back in. So I got a lot of things coming. It's just, you'll see it. You'll see covers dropping. I'll make sure to hit you up, yo. I'm gonna have this dropping soon. Just a lot of good music, bro. I just want to keep giving out the good music, and then hopefully next year we'll probably be having a project out. I'm pretty sure, because we're already working. I'm leaving right to a studio after this. So niggas out of work. Know what I mean?
So yeah, man, this is part of the show, man, where you give us a gem, man.
Yeah.
Wait, before we get out of here, though, tell me about why you chose.
Okay, all right. First of all, shout out to my guy Bob Ross. You know what I mean? He's actually an artist that's up by me. You know what I mean? I'm actually from the Bronx, so I live out in PA now.
Oh, shit,
but well, I know we even get into all that, but we'll circle back another time. But he's dope. He does his art is amazing.
Okay.
So I just hit him, and he's like, "Yo, I'm a fan of your music." He was just like, "Yo, so just come through." I actually went to his studio and sat with him, and I told him, I said, "Yo, I want you to do my cover. I'm gonna play the project for you, and I want you to do my cover. Do whatever you want." I gave him the idea, and bro, as I'm there, he already kind of had this idea.
Okay.
He already kind of had the rough draft of this. We made a bunch of changes, but I just let him work, bro. I said, "Yo, do what you want." And when he heard it, he already started, like, it was funny. I told him the idea. When he heard it, he goes, "Nah, this is it." He already had like most of this done already. So I'm like, "Nah, that's the cover, bro." And we just made some minor adjustments. So shout out to my guy Bob Ross, man. And he just captured what I was trying to capture. That New York, just, yo, I'm hopping on the train, throwing on their headphones, or I'm riding around the city. But I wanted to just capture that moment. So when people hear the classic material, see that both of them artists are definitely in tune spiritually, godly. The halo. So there's a lot of things in the photo that is going on, you know what I mean? I just wanted to make sure that we represent that from the cover art. You know what I mean? And yo, he again, Bob Ross, my guy. You know what I mean? He just
mean, hearing "Ain't No Love" like that right there could take me back to my way to school type shit.
And I want
the headphones on.
I wanted to make sure we had one or two of those that had that feeling, bro.
Like, as soon as that shit came in, it gave you that. It gave me that. Honestly, bro.
All right, but yo, a gem. Shout out to my guy Streezy. He taught me this. Yo, slow cook everything. A meal, some of the best meals you have is slow cook. So even with artists, when you rap, yo, if it's gonna not everybody has to be Hove, bro. If you have to rewrite your verse 3 times, slow cook it to perfection. That's me with my beats. I don't have to do the 15. Yo, I did 15 beats in a day. What you doing? Go listen to them 15 beats that them niggas is doing. They're gonna sound like the memes. Wah, wah, wah. You know the shit I'll talk about. They're gonna sound like that. They go, "Yeah, but I did 15." Nah, bro. I'd rather make one, and even if it takes me 2-3 days, but the end result is that. You know what I mean? A lot of amazing shit takes time. Pyramids, paintings, everything. They didn't do that shit in 10 minutes, bro. You slow cook everything. And the final result will always be amazing, and it will always be true to you. Because a lot of times we rush through, yo, I just want to make this, and then it's done like I never done. And then you come back and listen like, there's some heart missing from it. Yo, I'll listen to it one day, I'll come back, a whole different mindset to it. Then I'll come back the next day, I missed this too. Yo, everything, bro, just slow cook everything. Photographers to editing, slowly working. You don't gotta just, it goes to everything, bro. Slow cook everything that you do.
I'm taking that shit with me. I take every journey, but definitely.
Yeah, bro, slow cook it, bro.
Syer, appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate you, bro.
You know what it is, man. Another high level artist, another high level producer. My guy Syer, man, yo, classic material. Go tap the fuck in, please.
Follow me everywhere. Syer, that's SYER_SO. You can follow me every day. Make sure you get with 100 Grand Royce, Red Inf.
Yes, sir.
Both of them artists are amazing. I know Hundo said he spoke to you. Definitely make sure that they come back up here or come up here, because
definitely.
both of them dudes are amazing, man.
I'll say this on there, but when season 2 start up, definitely, man, we gotta get you back on there when you drop both them projects.
Yo,
y'all heard it here first.
Hit me. I'm here, bro.
Appreciate you, bro.
Nothing, man.
Let's get these flicks in.